Well, social work as a profession is really about advocating for social justice. It's about access to things like housing, to food, to opportunities, to education, to justice. It can be about working with people to ensure that they're able to exercise their self-determination. I think anybody who has an interest in people, who is interested in notions of social justice, who's able to reflect about themselves, about their own identity, about their own circumstances, their own background, their own culture, and having an interest in working with people who may not share that identity or background or culture or circumstance?
I think the degree definitely is. I think, as we've talked about, it's so broad and so diverse, and you learn so much about yourself and about the world and about the different kind of structural oppressions that are on people, and that's good for anybody to learn, I think, and helps people really conduct themselves as good citizens. And I think in terms of social work practice, if you've got a passion for social justice and good problem solving skills and things like that, then a career in social work is a really good option.
The important thing about the social work degree is that it starts with you.
Yes.
Who are you? We spend a lot of time in the first year really exploring that. Who are you? What is your background? What is your culture? What's your identity? How does that contribute to what you bring to the work? And then, of course, as a sociologist, I have to say we cover theories about society and social change. Psychology and psychological development across people's lifespan, and then of course skills with working with people, understanding how your own identity, your own background is different from to other people that you might be working with.
In a way where everything we learn, it just adds a sense of spice. So just adding the spices of social work. And it covers literally from bicultural practice to, research, as Peter said, understanding policy making. That's really important. And, as a social worker, you want to know the history of New Zealand in order to make a change, right?
A number of ways that it does that. I think that one of the things that it does is it prepares people to be active citizens, and to engage in citizenship in sort of positive and active ways. Over the course of the degree, students have 2 different practicum placement experiences. So a total of 120 days in the field, in agencies, working with other social workers, doing the work, getting to a sense of what social work actually is on the ground. And one of the things that is a feature of the program is because the social work degree has such a good reputation in the field, it's not uncommon that students finish their practicum with a job offer.
What I love about this degree is that you walk out with your ticket. You are a qualified social worker, and this program specifically is so significant for setting people up for success as a career social worker. The foundation of really bicultural practice and working with tangata whenua, and what does it mean to be upholding te tiriti o Waitangi in your profession. That is really important. And then all the theories and models that you learn about, the way practicum is run, it sets you up for so much success, this program. So since graduating, I've had a number of different social work roles in both community and in a health service. And right now I'm working in a kaupapa Māori organisation called E Tupu Urea, and we work with young parents and sort of wraparound support, providing a lot of support in tautoko for young mums, and it's really fun.
One of the features of social work, the profession in Aotearoa, is that it's incredibly diverse. You can work in what most people understand of social work in New Zealand is working with children and working with families. But in fact, as significant as that work is, it's just a small part of what social work can be. the health sector is a huge employer of social workers, and that can be anything from working in primary health in GPs' clinics, right up through hospital social work, working with people who have had serious diagnoses or chronic illnesses, working with end of life, working with people who and families who have been impacted by Alzheimer's and dementia, mental health, whether that's in hospital or in the community. Lysana is about to go into her placement in corrections, and that's a big area for social work, working with people and their families, but working with people who are in prison or are just exiting prison, and their families in terms of making good decisions about their lives and about their futures. And then you've got this whole area of community development and community work, of working with communities to assert their self-determination and to work for positive change.
I guess the first one is do it, you know. You can learn as you go and explore further your passions in supporting people as a social worker.
Mainly, the first thing I would say is that it all starts with you, and honestly, if you want to make a change, you're going to have to make a change in yourself first. There's no point of helping another person if you can't help yourself, and that's really important coming into a social work degree, because we're all about helping and advocating for other people.